So,
Hi, Donna.
yes,
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Are we recording? Are you going to record it too?
I can. I don't know if it will work, but I'm going to.
So she's going to try. It's not 100% reliable.
Okay.
And this is Carl. This is Meridian, and then Donna.
I know we've never used these.
If you want to. Yes. She's going to just say a few words after we're all done. So,
I'm going to start recording. Yeah. Hi, I'm Kayla, by the way. Kayla. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. You too.
Yep. How's your meeting going today?
Good, good. I've just been taking minutes and trying to make sure it's all organized so I don't have to go back and try to say, oh, who said that? What's going on?
So you had a board meeting, at FIT today?
Yes,
and
we
then
did.
came over here.
Okay. Yeah, we got to tour the campus and stuff. It was cool.
Nice. It is a nice campus.
I liked it. It's funny because I actually applied there as one of my choices for my undergrad, so it was cool to see it.
Oh, nice.
Person.
But you didn't go.
I didn't. I went to USF St. Pete.
Okay.
Actually.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. I like St. Pete.
It's a good thing.
So how are you?
Doing well. How about you?
Good.
Yeah,
Congratulations. Fast.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Good job.
But it's good. It's fun.
Oh, and you've been in it for a long time, so.
Yeah. It's totally different though.
Yeah, is it?
Yes. But it's good.
Yeah. Yeah, well, MTS will certainly be happy to work with you guys. We're doing a lot of NOAA stuff, with Craig and Rick.
Yeah.
I was instructed by Laura to take lots of pictures. So
Okay,
can I
good.
get a picture of you?
Yeah, and I'd actually
Yes.
like to put one in our currents too.
Perfect.
Yes.
Smile.
But we'll get one with Hampson.
All right.
There she is.
So, you're set for Thursday.
Try to whittle it down a little bit more. I started out at 50 cents. I'm getting there. Down a little more. Okay, I don't know if I can, but.
So the lighting is horrible, but if we want to, I recommend that we go in there.
Yeah. And you can just say
What is Deborah's position that I can write under her name?
Deborah's position?
Yeah.
What do you think her position is?
I just want to make sure I got that right. I don't want to look like a big dummy dumb if I said it wrong. How's it going over there?
I don't know if this is gonna work.
Try
Tony, I need this. He has the shirt on, you can't miss him.
Abby, how are the technical details?
Why do you have drinks? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
It is recorded. It's pretty bad. And it seems I don't have I really can see the value. So folks will take your seats. We'll move into this last part of the agenda today. Can y'all hear me? I have to push forward. So folks can take their seats. We'll get started on this last part of the agenda, and I was trying to pull up our site so I'd have the most up-to-date numbers. So, as has been mentioned, Bamboo Submarinian was an integral part of SECOORA and the work we did. He became not just a professional friend, but a personal friend to many of us. And in honor of his commitment to SECOORA and to the ocean science community at large, there are a number of scholarship initiatives that have been in development since January. So I'm going to be talking a bit about what SECOORA is doing, and many of you in the room have been involved with that. And so, first off, thank you for that. Sorry, this isn't working the way there we go. So this was actually a couple.
Yeah, it's at 27,204. Yeah.
So SECOORA initiated this fundraising effort to offer a scholarship in Bamboo's honor. And we set a goal of $50,000 because at that level, we can make an annual award in perpetuity of $2,500 to an ocean scholar, a student affiliated with one of our member institutions, or an early career professional for a summer internship, for attendance at an ocean science meeting. And as Megan just mentioned, we have currently raised over $27,000. SECOORA is matching every dollar that is donated up to $20,000. So SECOORA still have funds in the kitty to match additional donations. We've gotten a lot of feedback from the community that this is the perfect way to honor Bamboo's memory and to establish something that he would be proud of and proud to have his name associated with. So again, thank you very much to all of you in the room who've already made donations. We will be developing the eligibility criteria over the summer, and hopefully we'll reach our goal, so we'll be able to begin to solicit applications in the fall. And next year, when we're here, we'll be able to meet the first recipient of this scholarship award. So you should recognize your own investment in this, what will hopefully be a continuing and long-term and annual award at the SECOORA meeting on Bamboo's behalf. So there are lots of ways to donate, and one of them is with Megan. She's taking checks in cash, and then there's the online opportunity as well that you can access from our website. We have two other folks here who have been working at their levels. So the great thing about the community that we worked at was it was local, it was regional, it was national, and it was international. And at the local level, I've had some conversations with Jay and others at the University of South Florida. They're working on a potential scholarship or award there at the local level. That's in development still. But we have Carl Goldman with the IU's program office who's going to talk about what the national program is doing.
Thanks, Deborah. So when our office decided we wanted to figure out what could we do, I said to my team, let's do that. Figure out what we can do to honor Vembu. And all of us who've met and worked with Vembu, like all of you, loved him and loved his energy and his love of teaching and love of students. And we have the IU's network of all 11 geographic regions is infused with young students learning in universities and coming up in the ocean sciences and ocean technology and ocean engineering. And that group within SECOORA and within Vembu's world was a beneficiary of his expertise and his joy of teaching. And so we wanted to honor that, and what I figured out is the things that we've been doing already, we can continue to do and build upon and just instantiate that, make it something that we're going to do on an annual basis. And what we've been doing is asking the regions to put together opportunities for students to have internships, often through the Hollings and EPP programs, which is the Educational Partnership Program within NOAA. So those are existing programs that run competitions for students to compete for internship opportunities. And we, IUs, have been supporting those by having our regions host those students, but also adding enrichment dollars sometimes to add ship time or scientific lab extra costs or other enrichment experiences in addition to those specific funds from those programs. And I found out that there's no restriction on my naming any of those internship opportunities that our office provides in honor of Vembu. And so that's what we're going to do, and we're dedicating 10 to 20K, depending on funding every year, towards internships for this purpose. And we're establishing a more normal process for every year for all of the regions to propose internship opportunities in the August timeframe, and it'll process through September, October, if it's in concert with the NOAA programs, and make decisions by May and have the internships happen every year. And so, in short, we're going to have, at the national level of IUs, opportunities in each of the regions, and whether it in any region, if we fund the internship opportunities, we're going to name them in honor of Vembu, and we're really happy to be able to do that. I'm also excited because there's more ideas that we haven't sorted out yet. Like, we've got diversity and inclusion, strategic plan on getting underrepresented communities involved, and how do we have field to DC policy and private sector mentoring opportunities are things we're talking about. So there's a lot we haven't figured out yet, but maybe having shadowing opportunities for students that do field work in a region, then come to DC for a period of days, shadow an executive in a government program and an executive in a corporation perhaps, so that you're extending that knowledge base up to what does it mean to get this education and where might I go with it. So those things aren't all sorted out, but as you can tell, I'm excited about the opportunities, and I'm really glad that we've been able to establish that we're able to have an honorary program in Vembu's name, and we're going to keep it going. So thank you.
And now I'd like to invite Donna Kokat, who is the current president of the Marine Technology Society, to talk a bit about what they're planning in association with scholarship initiatives.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Donna Kosak, president of the Marine Technology Society. So as Deborah mentioned, we were discussing with Deborah and Carl all the ways we could honor Vembu. And we had the local level, the regional level, the national level. So we're taking on the international level. And I had the honor of going over to India with Vembu to attend a new MTS India Tech Search meeting. So with all of Vembu's help, Vembu was quite an active member in the Marine Society. His latest role was chair of the Ocean Observing Systems Committee. He took that over a few years back. And on the committee, and I love this picture of NBU too. We put a picture of that in our currents. It's, how can we not? Go Rays. And we had with Venbu being the Ocean Observing Systems Committee chair, the co-chair, myself, and a couple others put together a nice journal issue on ocean observing. So more on that in a second. So we wanted to do something for Venbu since he was so instrumental in helping in the marine technology sector in general, but with the Marine Technology Society. He was instrumental in setting up the MTS India section. So went over there, had a wonderful tech surge. They brought in all sorts of community folks, government folks. It was really an awesome experience. Had the honor of going to a local high school. It was an international high school with Venbu and Venkat, a couple of the other MTS India members. And Venbu was a rock star there. It was in his hometown, Chennai, and he got up and said some words that were very inspiring. You know, it's just his energy always inspires people, and the students especially, as Carol said. So it was just a great experience to be over there. And so we decided, you know, we need to do something. So we decided to start. It's going to be an annual. We have to work out all the details still, but we're hoping to give. Well, we're planning to give $5,000 a year, but I think Venkat wants to split that into two per year, so it'll be 2 scholarships at $2,500. And the India section over there is going to manage our scholarships for us. They're going to select the students, down select the students, and we'll support them. So we really think, you know, that showing Venbu's leadership and passing it on to students, you know, how he came from India to Canada to the United States, showing that progression through his career is a great thing to honor. And what's really good is we've had 3 India student sections form. 2 formed the first year, 1 formed this year, and I heard there's more in the pipeline, so we're going to have a lot of students. What we're also planning to do, why I brought this up, Ian Walsh at Sea Lab, Wet Labs, was Venbu's co-chair, and he brought it up, the idea of doing another issue in his name. And I know several of us here in this room, including Deborah, we want to all contribute to the issue. So what we're going to do is just, you know, maybe put together an issue, put on the cover, get some pictures of Venbu working and things like that. So I think that would be a nice tribute. I know Venbu wanted to do another one as well, so why not? So thank you.
So as you can see, we're working on multiple levels, and even with his passing, he continues to pull the community together. So we can all take solace in that. And now I want to introduce Venbu's wife, Hamsa Subramanian, is here with us and will be here this evening. So hopefully you'll all have a chance to meet her, and she's going to say a few words as well.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to thank SECOORA, our youth, and Marine Technology Society for coming together and then launching this Ocean Scholar Fund in the name of Venbu Subramanian. And on behalf of Venbu, I'm extending my heartfelt thanks as well as my gratitude to the generous donors as well as well-wishers who are very kind enough to come and then support this fund. I think this is a great opportunity as well as a great cause, what the associations are doing, and the amount of work what Venbu has put together in this field of science, that is oceanography science, as well as in the field of project management. I think it's a great example as well as great a direction which he is giving to many new next generation science students. I feel that is very good and it's for a good cause. I also find that all these qualities doesn't come right away out of Vembu's head. I think it is a lot of these are actually initially planted by their parents. So they were a big part of his life, and it means a lot for them to see this whole thing, like all the association coming together and honoring Vembu and giving this as for a good cause. So I wanted to highlight that they wanted to extend their thanks as well to all of you. I find Vembu is very special, and then he has been very, very equally spreading his love and affection to both family and friends, as well as to his fellow workers. So he's very respectful in India as well as here. But what it means for him is he respects everybody. He gives out his own happiness as well as he shares his happiness with everybody. He wants to see other people who are surrounding him to be happy all the time. That is what he is. And with the scholarship fund going into the next generation students, I think it's not only going to help their studies, but also give a meaningful way of living in life that not only just they can focus only on studies, but also how to live a great life with happiness and then extending their happiness to others. So Vembu has actually spent a lot of time in his research in his earlier days in several areas in storm simulation, data assimilation, remote sensing, as well as climate modeling. And he has presented papers in conferences as well as published in reputed journals. I've been part of some of it, but not all of it. But I wanted to tell you that he took utmost dedication as well as utmost satisfaction in this field of science, that is the oceanography science. So I wanted to actually say that he has been a big part of my life, and he is genuinely gracious person, and he had a beautiful mind, and he was so positive. Even though the things were going very down, he would come and keep the positive spirit and the positive energy flowing, and that's what makes a big difference with Vembu with others. And I would like to sincerely thank Deborah and Donna as well as Paul for spearheading this outstanding task, and I would like to extend my thanks as well as congrats to you for releasing this fund. And I would also like to thank all the members of the SECOORA to come together to make this event a grand success today. Thanks again and have a great evening.
A wonderful way to conclude our talk. Although if anyone else wants to say a few words, I know many people weren't able to come together in St. Pete back in January. The mic's open. I did want to say, and I didn't know if our board chair or someone else, the board talked about this today, and they are giving at 100% to the scholarship fund. So I just wanted to let you know it's an organizational commitment that our board has made, and I think speaks very highly of Vembu and its memory and legacy. Does anybody want to say anything else?
I'll just comment on behalf of the board. The board did step up, and 100% of the board has supported the scholarship effort. And I will tell you that he left a huge hole in SECOORA, and we're struggling to fill it. I think sometimes the best, I've oftentimes told people that the nicest thing I can say about somebody is when they're gone, you will be missed. And he's been missed. So thank you very much. Anybody else want to say anything at this point?
do one last
Drawing.
for a prize, and we're going to adjourn to the deck. It's marked on your agenda for a social hour. The perfect way to conclude some discussion of how to honor our colleague and friend, Bimbo. So we'll do the prize pool, and then we'll be adjourned until tomorrow morning. There were a couple of other logistics things I needed to mention. Jennifer Dorton is in the back of the room. Will you raise your hand? If you're giving a presentation tomorrow, please see her or provide her a copy of your PowerPoint.
The registration starts at 8:30, so if you have